At the Hilton Hotel, Dan Rather spoke to Planned Parenthood. I went to visit the anti-abortion protesters outside. Do you have a leader of any sort?
He's at the other end of the block.
Okay. Any of you want to talk to me? I'm from the uptake. And I'd listen to anything you want to say.
You have to ask him.
Okay. But that would be up to you if you want to talk to me, I'm thinking.
Oh, no, I think it's better you talk to him.
Okay.
Well, this is Planned Parenthood is having their dinner here, and they've decided to bring in, unfortunately, Dan Rather's decided to be a part of it. And Planned Parenthood is the biggest abortion clinic, largest volume in the state of Minnesota, as well as in the United States, as well as in the world.
Do you know what they provide in the way of abortions in our state in number?
It's about 3,900 last year. They did so. So they have the largest number of abortions taking place, overwhelmingly so in Minnesota. So we're here just to let the people know that are coming to donate to this evil organization. How bad it is.
Do you have an actual abortion on that poster?
This is a baby that we actually found in a dumpster behind an abortion clinic.
So it's an actual baby then?
Absolutely. This is what is done in a first trimester abortion clinic, which is what Planned Parenthood is in St. Paul.
Let's get to maybe, I guess, straight language about what you want. You want no abortions at all then? Would that be it?
I would like to see that the killing of unborn babies would be made illegal. Absolutely.
Do you think it's ever justified for perhaps saving the life of the mother? Not even then?
Well, that doesn't even happen. It's not a situation that takes place. When you're dealing with two lives, you have to respect both lives, not one over the other. So, absolutely, if a situation takes place where a mother's life is at stake in a pregnancy, so is the baby's life. So the proper thing to do is to try and save both lives. Now, if the baby is so young that it cannot survive outside the womb yet, most likely the baby will die, but you don't kill it intentionally. You still try to take the efforts to save its life as well. So it's, because it's a human being. And
what made you so passionate about this, Brian? When did you say, I have to leave the chair I'm in at home and I really have to try and push against the world and get them to change?
Well, I guess it started when I was in high school, when abortion was first becoming legal.
I'm guessing that's 20 or maybe more years ago.
It was before Roe v. Wade, and it was when the original arguments were being made, and one of the arguments for abortion then has become true.
Well, then you're a real veteran of this argument. You're a real veteran of this argument. What have you seen change in that time?
There's a complete lack of respect for human life. We've seen a breakdown in our society that's unbelievable.
Do you think you've affected people personally?
Yes, I know we've saved lives. Directly, I know we have. So.
Do you think you're using the best argument? I think many people would question that. I'm not really wild about them, but your argument on the poster kind of gets to me.
Well, I usually do not use this, but because of the event that this is, I think
it's so offensive that you need to do something reciprocal, equal to that.
Yeah, they kill a lot of babies, and they're harming women, and the truth needs to be made.
Do you know
known.
anything about why Dan Rather is speaking to them?
Other than they've got them here, I don't know.
Okay, well, I don't know if I really want to see this. If you have shown me that you probably have an abortion there, which I hadn't ever seen before now, I can admit.
This is real short. It just shows how they do it.
But now, I've actually watched some things that are, shall we say, over the edge. I can say Clockwork Orange, for instance. And if you watch it enough times, you stop being offended, and you actually start to sort of take a new reality to it. Where are you on this? You've seen this a few times. How many times do you think you've seen that?
About 2,000 or something.
That's too many, I think.
Well, it does something to you.
Yes.
That's the only way I can get the word out, because nobody else wants to do it. So.
What happens when you show it to people?
Well, a lot of people don't want to kill their babies then.
Really?
Yeah.
You think you've actually changed someone from doing that?
Oh, I know I have, and I know it's...
Let me hear about that.
Well, there's this one girl, I think she was 13, and she'd already had one abortion. And after seeing the video, she decided to keep the baby. And there's other cases that a lot of cases that we have a lot of people that...
13 is incredibly young.
It is incredibly young, but we have more than 1,800 crisis pregnancy centers across the United States. So...
How do we keep her from getting pregnant in the next time? Or girls like her? What's the way to keep them from getting pregnant?
Well, we've got to bring in biblical-based education. So we've had 30 years of radical sex ed, but we've got as many girls getting pregnant as ever. So the method of choice is abstinence.
Didn't actually during the Bush administration, when that was used, though, babies went up. Teenage pregnancies went up during the Bush administration. And they spoke mainly that. It may not be the best argument for someone at 2 a.m. Did you practice it yourself? This advice that you're handing out, did you practice it? Good.
Yeah, I do practice that. And, you know, yes, people have to make a definite choice. People have to choose your actions. Your actions are going to have consequences. And you go out and sleep with different people, and, you know, even with contraceptive methods, there's a high risk of getting pregnant anyways. And if those contraceptive methods fail, and there's a union of the sperm with the egg, and you take, say, Plan B, that causes a mini abortion.
Do you think you should ever use contraception then, even if you're married?
Well, there's different points of view on that. I think most any kind of contraceptive that could cause an abortion shouldn't be used, which is most of the types of contraceptives on the market.
Do you see yourself having a large family then?
There is a possibility of that.
Are you married yet?
No. No, but I do see that as a possibility.
Some people think you're imposing your religious beliefs on them, though.
Well,
it's your model, which
yes,
makes sure great sense to you. For other people who would say, why don't you just leave us alone and let us do what we want?
Yeah, we just heard that. You know, you can't control my. Yes, we can't control people. And yes, it is related to our religious reviews, but you don't have to be religious to not support abortion, not support killing people. I mean, you can be an atheist for all I care, and join with us. That's not a problem. But unfortunately, a lot of those people have been taken over by the anti-life mentality. I just hope that you take some of my things in context, not out of context.
Well, I'm still curious enough to. Thanks. I'm curious enough. I think more stories need to be told. I now know a different relationship to the news than I used to. I now know that there's more news not told than told.
Yeah, and you know, if you don't...
And look, I don't know if you know this city, but that's our local TV station right over there.
Well, I wondered why they have that.
And they have yet to, I guess, come over and see you.
Yeah, you know, see, we're... And we can debate different things on variations of different programs and stuff, but when we're killing 4,000 babies a day, isn't that just a little too much? I mean, yeah, we wouldn't want a single abortion, but when we've just got so much, we're killing 1.5 million people a day.
At one time, this country thought that slavery should be legal, and the Supreme Court said that slavery should be legal, basically. That Black African Americans are not people. That they're not.
A woman comes up here and starts to photograph the protesters. And while they would talk to me, really it seems like both sides hardly ever talk to each other again. Do you want to talk to me at all?
Sorry, I was being a little bit distracted there.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was saying that one time the Supreme Court declared that black people were not exactly people, that in the case of black men, that they weren't exactly fully human beings, that they were partial property, that, you know, people could own slaves, and well, the point is, just because the Supreme Court
that might be a wishy-washy argument,
does not make it right.
That argument could be extended to gay people then easily, that maybe in the future they'll have rights then. So that may not be the best argument to use there. I think you have strong arguments though.